In the season of flu, I thought it would be appropriate to go over some natural home remedies that can help get rid of stomach flu. So, getting rid of a stomach virus can actually be as simple as waiting 24 to 48 hours actually for the symptoms to dissipate. And if you're looking to feel better faster and recover well from the stomach flu, there's some natural remedies that you can easily do at home that have been known to help boost the recovery process dramatically. So number one is hydrate. And do you know what the Centers for Disease Control, or CDC, have to say about getting rid of stomach flu caused by a norovirus? Well, according to the CDC, here's what they say. There's no specific medicine to treat people with norovirus illness. Norovirus infection can't be treated with antibiotics because it's a viral, not a bacterial infection. And if you have norovirus illness, you should drink plenty of liquids to replace liquid fluid lost from throwing up and from diarrhea. This will help prevent dehydration. So when you have the stomach flu, you're most likely dealing with diarrhea and or vomiting. And both of these symptoms mean a lot of water loss for your body and the chance of dehydration, which only makes you feel that much worse. So to avoid becoming dehydrated from the stomach flu, it's really important that you consume a lot of clear liquids like water, coconut water, and herbal tea as well. If you've been vomiting or your stomach is just very, very upset, then it's recommended that you avoid solid foods for a couple hours. In the meantime, you can suck on ice chips, or you can also sip water in small quantities to stay hydrated. Bone broth and natural non-caffeinated electrolyte beverages can also be really, really helpful. So take small sips often throughout each day to avoid dehydration. And when you feel like eating again, watermelon is actually a great hydrating fruit choice because it's basically water. It's got a lot of water, high percentage of water. And what should you eat? Well, in the days of stomach flu symptoms, you may be searching online for stomach flu diets or what to eat. Well, first off, it's a good idea to ease back on eating solid foods and not force yourself to eat if you're feeling nauseous. There's the BRAT diet, B-R-A-T. It's not a diet you give to a naughty child, but it stands for bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast. It's commonly recommended for people recovering from a stomach flu. And why these foods, you may ask? Well, they're all typically easy on the stomach and also bind up the stools, which is helpful when you're struggling with diarrhea. So these simple foods can be a great start for the first hours or day after eating solid foods when you're recovering from stomach flu. Just don't rely on the BRAT diet long term because research has shown that this diet is too low in vital nutrients, especially for kids. So there's an appetizing thought, talking about diarrhea and then eating your food, eating your breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And, well, what not to eat? Well, you want to know how to get rid of the stomach flu fast, right? So what you don't want to put into your body can be just as important and helpful as what you do put in your body. So if you have the stomach flu, there's certain foods and drinks you'll want to avoid until you're feeling better. So the general categories of foods to avoid as much as possible are sugar. It's always a good one to avoid, right? Dairy, alcohol, caffeine, tomato products, and sorry for you Italian food lovers, any foods that are fatty, greasy, spicy, or salty. All of these foods are known to be hard on an upset and temperamental stomach. So I know it's hard to go a day without your caffeine of choice, but coffee and caffeinated sodas are known for their ability to make the intestines contract, and this can only make diarrhea much more severe. Alcohol is also a terrible idea because it'll only increase the likelihood of dehydration. Plus, it also upsets your gut. Rest is another important thing that you need. No list for how to get rid of the stomach flu would be complete without rest. One of the most simple and natural ways to encourage recovery from any illness is to take it easy. And how to get rid of the stomach flu naturally, without a doubt, definitely involves waiting and resting. Since most cases don't last a long time, hopefully you won't have to deal with unpleasant symptoms for too long. But if you've had the stomach flu in the past, which most people have, then you know how it can really take a lot out of you and really exhaust you, like the vomiting and the diarrhea. All this stuff tires you out. So rest is really helpful in getting rid of the fatigue and getting back on your feet. Also, a cool compress is a good thing to try. Not to say that a cool compress is going to take away the nausea and diarrhea, vomiting, but if you have a low-grade fever and feel really exhausted, putting a cool, damp cloth in your forehead can help you feel a bit better. It's also a perfect addition to resting on the couch or in your bed. And you want to treat yourself to comforting things, like rest and cool compresses and just things that'll make you feel a bit better and are comforting, so that you get through it much more easily, because it's bad enough going through the stomach flu. Herbal teas are good too. Peppermint, ginger, they're great because they calm a queasy stomach. Plus, they're very tasty. Ginger is also well known for being natural. It's inexpensive. It's effective for nausea and vomiting. And don't drink your tea too hot, and then sip it slowly rather than downing it really, really quickly. And then probiotics are very, very important too. Much of the time, viruses and bad bacteria cause stomach flu, and you know what's great for both of those things? Probiotics. And when it comes to how to get rid of the stomach flu, I would definitely recommend increasing your intake of probiotic-rich foods and probiotic supplements. So great probiotic-rich food that can also help with hydration is coconut kefir, which offers both electrolytes for hydration and also good bacteria to replenish the gut after all that havoc that's been inflicted on the stomach with the flu. And also research has shown that probiotics can help diarrhea to stop approximately 1 day sooner. So all these things are very easy to do. You can do them at home. They're not expensive either, and they go a long way in getting rid of those stomach flu symptoms as quickly as possible. And don't forget, your body heals much better when your spine and nervous system are are working properly, and you'll also feel better. So make sure to get your spine checked and adjusted chiropractically, especially if you haven't in a long time. And you can always check us out at newhopechiropractic.com for more information on this and other things, and also to book your next chiropractic appointment. And with this, I hope you have a healthy day.